So I just got a big order in from Mountain Crest Gardens. Their plants came very well packaged. I will leave a link down in the bio for you to go and check out their website, and hopefully you can find some succulents that you would like yourself. Today we're going to be repotting all of these because they need some new homes and some water and some love. I'm gonna put him right here in the back of this pot. So now I think this pot is done. So I'll set that to the pot to the side, and I think we'll go with this pot right here. I have washed all these pots out, so all this soil in here is just excess soil that I can just dump out into this bowl right here. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put my rocks back to the side. And now I think since this pot's a little bit bigger, I think we're gonna go with a Sempervivum. We'll go with my Haworthia maybe. We'll go with my baby's necklace and my mini-me again. I love those mini-me's, it's gorgeous. And my other little mystery succulent that I got. And we'll see how this goes. So let me again start with adding soil to my pot. And then, okay, so now that I've got that, let me get a little bit more. Okay. And then I don't want to fill this one up all the way to the top like I did my last one, but I do want it to be pretty full. Okay, so that's a little too much. So now I think I'm gonna go and dump some of this out because I do want to make sure that I do have room for any extra soil that I will have to put in as well. Okay, so now that I have my soil in my pot, let's get these guys over to the side so they don't get tons of soil all on them. And I think we'll start with my Sempervivum. And he is a little, I don't like how that's kind of clumped up. I'd rather them be a little bit looser. It doesn't matter to the plant, but it's just personal preference for me. And then I'll go and unclump this a little bit. I like this a lot better, yeah, okay. And you can see all these little offsets that I have. You can go with my tweezers again and just try to gently pull that guy out, set him to the side. And all these little babies that I'm finding, I will sit to the side because those can become new plants that I can grow and raise. And when I pull these off, I'm just doing a slight twist with them. I'll grab them as close to the base of the stem as I can, and I'll just slightly twist it. Same thing when I'm pulling off all these dead leaves at the base. I'm just grabbing it as close to the stem as I can, and I'm slightly twisting it. And it allows me to get a lot better grip on the plants. And this guy right here, he's a little tucked in there, so we may, nope, he came off, okay. And all of the dead leaves, I'm just sitting to the side because I don't want those guys. They can go in the trash. Now, with these two right here, these are a little bit bigger. I may have to go with my fingers first and like actually peel those off. We'll have to see how this goes. Try to get some of that soil broken up underneath it. And since this is so compact, because it is a rosette, it's so compact, I may have to go in and break up more of the soil so that I can get closer into this. And I use tweezers whenever they're like really tight, tucked in tight to the plant, to the mama plant. There, see how we just got that whole thing off? And I'll put him in this little bowl as well. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll just grab him and we'll just twist it. And he came off and he has roots as well. And if you lose a couple leaves in the process, it's fine. They can become new ones. So now that this guy is all free of her babies. She is now just a hen, not a hen and chicks anymore. I will now go ahead and peel off some of these bottom leaves that either are a little loose or they're just too close to the base for me and I don't want them. So I'll just peel those off as I see fit. And now I'll put her in the soil just like this. And you can see how short their stems are. They're not too tall, maybe, I'd say maybe an inch, inch and a half, maybe not even that tall, I don't know. And I'll just put her right there in the very center of the pot. So now that I have my Sempervivum in there, I think my Haworthia, break the soil up on him a little bit too. And his leaves seem pretty good. They just need a little drink of water. But there is a little bit right here that I don't like. So I'll try and peel that. Now Haworthias are a little bit harder to peel because of their texture. I personally love Haworthias. I think they're cute and tiny and so gorgeous. Okay, there we go. We got this guy all cleaned up now. So now I'll go and I'll think I may put him right here to the side. And he can sit just right there. And then I think I'll go in with this guy, peel off that leaf right there that looks a little either dead or is going to die. I'll peel that off. Pull those little things off. Okay. And you can just tell how dry the soil is just by feeling it. Okay, and then I'll put that right in there. So now that we have that, I think I'll go in with this little mini-me. And these mini-me's, the leaves are so easy to peel off. That's one reason that there's like, I barely even messed with it, and it's like this leaf right here is coming off. So if you find that these leaves are coming off really easy for you, don't worry. It's just how they naturally are. Now, I found a few babies. I'm going to be as careful as I can to not peel too many of these leaves off. But sometimes it does happen. It's just natural that some of the leaves will come off. You can't, there we go. And I'll put him in there. And then I have another little baby right there. This guy has lots of little babies going on her. And then I'll just shake to get any of those excess leaves that are possibly going to be coming off soon. So we don't, because I don't want these to be invasive because they can be invasive, but I don't want them to be invasive in my pots. So whenever I plant them, I have to be very careful that I don't get any of the leaves like fall off and into the ground. So, and I think I'll pull this one back out. Oh, see, there's a leaf right there that fell off. So and I think I'll pull these leaves at the base off. So that way I'll be able to plant him in a little bit deeper. We'll have to crowd him so much. We'll just take those guys off too, and then we'll just start with this little guy right here. And then replant, and there we go, much better. And there's another little leaf that fell off of him. Like I said, these guys, their leaves fall off all the time. So if their leaves are just continuously falling off for you, don't worry about it. It's just natural for these little things. And then I have another baby's necklace who, his leaves seem okay. So I'll just go ahead and put him in there just like this. And I'll put him on this right side right here. And then we'll just put him in. And this guy, he will grow big and lush, and he will start trailing along this side right here, which will be really exciting. I'm very excited to watch that happen. And I think I may go in with some of this Tokyo Sun right here, and I'll put this in a few spots as well. And this is another really finicky plant. It's another trailing plant, but it can be a little finicky sometimes. Just depends on if it's had enough water and stuff and all that. And you can see a lot of its leaves are coming off, so I'll just put those in the ground and those will grow. And then I think I'll put a little bit of it right here just to kind of cover some of this excess. I'll put another little thing right there. That little guy can go right there. And then I think I may break this one up into 2 sections. And this little bundle right here, well, this little bundle right here will be put, and like I said, all these plants, they may not look very happy right now, but once they get water and all that kind of stuff, they will just brighten up. Very happy. I'm very excited to watch all my new pots grow and create more babies and all this stuff. So it's a very exciting day for me, as would be any succulent enthusiast. And then I'll just see it's too small to go in anywhere, so I'll just put him. And so you can see I have some focus sun all throughout the pot. Then I have a mystery plant, my Sempervivum, my baby's neck, my mini-me, a Haworthia, and my baby succulents right there. So this pot is now done with the potting part of it, and now I'll just go in, like I did with the other one, any soil that is missing, or if it needs more soil, I will go in and add a little bit more soil, just like I did with the other one, just all around the pot, just to make sure that it's as full as it can be. It's happy and live healthy and free. And if you cover up some of your plants, that's okay. You don't have to worry too much about it. You can just go in, like I said, with a little brush of some sort. I use a makeup brush because I find it's easier that way for me. Okay. So now that everything is planted and I'm happy with it, I like how it turned out. I'm just gonna go in, brush really quickly over everything just to make sure it all gets tucked in there. Grab my river rocks again, and I'll just go in. I think I'll start with some of the bigger ones to fill up some more space a little bit quicker. Just every so often, just ever so slightly, being careful not to squish any plants or anything. I'll just go in and just put those in there. And like I said, I just use this for my topsoil. I just find it a lot easier, and it's a lot less expensive too, because topsoil can vary in price depending on where you're buying it from and stuff, and it can get a little expensive if you're buying in bulk and stuff like that. It can be a little bit cheaper, but most of the time I don't buy in bulk, so I probably should start doing that though. But I'm just gonna, again, being as careful as possible. And if I find any leaves that tend to fall off during this process, again, more of that mini-me that's the mini-me that's falling off. I'm not shocked about that at all. I have to be super careful around that little dude. Very careful around him. Because like I said, I don't want this mini-me to be in here all everywhere you see. I want you to be able to see all the other plants that I have in here as well. So I'm gonna, same thing with the Tokyo Sun. I'm gonna have to watch out for those guys and make sure that they don't become an invasive species, as you could say. And I just love my Haworthia right here. I think it looks very nice in this little section right here. It just kind of makes everything pop, I think. And if you find you don't like a rock somewhere, you can just take it out and move it. Brush. Just brush. We'll tuck him back down in there. Okay. So now that that pot's done, I